Hi, I'm Ian James, and I'm going to run you through a very, very quick webinar where I talk about changing one thing that you do at your golf club that will change your life at your golf club. It doesn't take much effort, and I think what you'd find if you do this is the club's perception of your value to them will increase enormously. Golf club management, when I visit golf clubs, you're usually managing the operation, service, staff. It preoccupies them. An operating meeting is dominated by financials and spend. They review monthly financials and spend. At the end of every year, it's the balance sheet that counts. However prestigious or modest, the golf club seems to me to be totally committed to its operations, to scheduling and running events. That dominates their thinking, dominates their thought process, however prestigious, however modest. But when it comes to running operations or scheduling or events, if you think about it, how much PGA skill is required in any of those things? Does it really take a lot of PGA skill to run an event or to put together scheduling for the club or to manage the operations? You tell us all the time how much better a trained PGA professional is at these activities, and I'm not here to argue with you. But if the cost of the operation is rising, while revenue, participation and numbers are falling or at least under pressure, and the only thing we think about is the facility, course and operation, then no one probably understands the true value of a PGA professional because we're facing the wrong way. If only everyone understood that in the golf industry, it's about people. We're about communities. It's about managing those people so they have more customer value and spend more time in our facilities. The key to increasing every revenue category at your golf facility is actually how much engagement you can create with golfers and how much value you can deliver to golfers. If only they understood that increasing revenue was about engagement, that in your lessons you're creating more golfers. And from your programs, there's more golfers. From your clinics, there's more golfers. If they understood all of that and all your engagement is creating more active golfers, more participation in club competitions, more people at your fun events, and that you could do that across every gender and every generation at your golf club. And along the way, as well as doing all of that, you could halve the losses of golfers from the golf club. Yes, reduce the number of golfers who don't renew at your golf club by 50%. If club managers knew that, if we knew this, then I promise you, we would take notice. So tell us, why don't you give us once a month or even once a week, but once a month, a report that tells us the number of different golfers you've engaged with at our golf club, not chatted to across a counter, people you've played with, people you've coached, people you've provided a fitting for, people who've been in your clinics, people who've had a swing assessment, people you may have had supervised practice with, skills challenges, people in fun performance events. If we saw that every month, we would understand just how many of our golfers you are engaging with. At the moment, it's an implicit thought. You think we know how important you are. Change it and tell us. And by the way, you should actually track customer engagement at the individual level. At the numbers we're dealing with, it is really not impossible to keep a spreadsheet and detail each week the golfers you touch base with, enabling you to see every quarter, actually, instead of all the people who come to our counter we serve, who are the people we haven't seen that we need to reach out to? Just think of the powerful position you are then in a golf club and just how much contribution you could make. Imagine starting the operating meeting, whether it's monthly or weekly, with the golfers you've introduced as membership leads that month, or the golfers you've converted into members that month. You could also give a list of the golfers you think are at risk of leaving or may stop playing. You could list the golfers you've persuaded to play in the next club event, golfers who don't usually play in club events. By doing that, what you're doing is you're turning the conversation at a golf club on its head. Instead of being about the operation, the scheduling, the events, the opening conversation at our operating meeting is all about the customer. How easy is it really to put this report together? It's very simple and it really doesn't take much time. It's a simple report. But what it does do is it goes to the real value you're delivering every single week. Put that report on your manager and committee members' desks every month, and you're introducing a conversation I'm betting they've never had before. And it's a conversation that depends on a PGA professional. Thank you for listening to this webinar. Please reach out and have a conversation with me, Ian James, at RetailTribe.com, or call me on 083 299 6119. We want to help golf clubs grow their numbers.